It's day 3 in the place to be, and now I've got a journal prompt. Are you listening to me? Hey, it's day 3 in the place to be, and I've got a journal got a journal prompt. Are you listening to me? Listen, I should make nursery rhymes. Upbeat, hip nursery rhymes. Anyway, hello my lovelies. Today is day 3 of our 21 Days of Joy challenge. As a little recap, this 21-day challenge is one where I am encouraging you to tap into the joy of journaling by committing to answering or delving into at least one journal prompt a day. Journaling is so unbelievably helpful. It reduces anxiety, it helps you to process your emotions, it feels like therapy, it's great for reflection, the list goes on. And that's why we're doing this challenge. Everything that I share and do here is me just trying to help you incorporate habits that are going to benefit your emotional, spiritual, mental well-being. I've got a whole teaching called The Joy of Journaling, and it's in the Orange Room. So click the link in my bio if you want to join to get that. And it's a lot more information about just how life-changing journaling can be. I'm not going to explain these things in every single video, but for the first few, I just have to kind of give you guys and newcomers an idea of what we're doing and why we're doing it. And for people that are up to date and you are watching every single video, there's certain things I will repeat because I want it to stick. And if you're anything like me, then you need to hear things more than once. So grab your journals, pause this if you have to, and you're going to start your journal entry with today's date. So write it. Write down where you are if you feel to, and it could just be what room you're in. It's just interesting to look back on. Just what can you see in front of you? Like, for instance, if I had turned this chair around, I'm sitting in the front room, I'm facing the fire, I'm in Pennsylvania, and it's January the 31st. It's just nice to look back on and just have that little bit of nostalgia. Also, write down one thing that you're grateful for that happened in the past 24 hours. For me, mine is the snow. It's snowing here, and I was standing outside just looking at it, and it was falling so slowly. I felt like I was in a film or like some slow, snowy music video, like back in the day ones. I don't know, maybe J-Lo and LL Cool J did one. But it was just so surreal, and I'm not really used to this kind of snow, so I feel really grateful for the moments that I spent in the snow. Also, I want you to write how you're feeling. So if you've got the booklet, again, you've got space for this at the top of the page. But if not, these are things that I want you to write down, think about, connect with yourself for before you answer the prompt. And this is something that you should get into a habit of doing. You need to know how you are. You need to connect with things that you're grateful for and think about the goodness that you're experiencing every day. It's good for you to do that. So do that, write down how you're feeling, stop and pause and really check in with yourself if you're not fully sure. Because again, I am repeating, but when you live in life on autopilot or you're busy or you're just trying to get stuff done, you don't actually know that sometimes you can be feeling a bit off because you don't realize you're sad or you're feeling drained or you're feeling upset or you're comparing yourself to someone or something's crept in and made you feel a bit jealous, or, you know, we all go through emotions that we're not necessarily proud of or that don't edify us. Identifying them and replacing them with statements and affirmations that can uplift us is a great thing to do. But that's a totally different video, so I won't go into that. But you know what I mean. Check in with yourself. It's healthy to do and it's needed. Now, for today's prompt, today's unique prompt, what I want you to do is I want you to write about some lessons that you have learned from your regrets. And I did write in the journal, the booklet, that I want you to write about 3, but I don't want you to, like, if you don't have 3 things that you regret in this lifetime, then I don't want you to have to try and dig for some. But I've probably got more than 30 things that I regret, so it's not hard for me to find 3. And I want you to really look at the lesson that you learned. I don't want you to do this for you to sit and dwell on mistakes you've made or opportunities you've missed or wrong decisions that you made. Did I say that already? But what I actually want is, as you answer this prompt, as you write about this thing, this topic, I want you to get into a place of understanding that, one, regretting is exhausting, so you need to let it go. And two, there's always a lesson in everything that feels like a loss. So no matter what you feel like you did wrong, you said wrong, you didn't do right, or you didn't grasp, you know, for me, it's a lot of opportunities that I turned down or I didn't feel good enough for, or a lot of just impulsive decisions I made without really thinking about it. These were regrets for me. These weighed down heavy in me. These made me doubt myself and make me think less of myself. So what I think is great for us to do, and what I've had to do for me to overcome some of these regrets, is to pick the lesson from it. There's a blessing and a lesson in everything that's difficult. And I'm not using that statement or that term to diminish anything difficult that we go through, no. But we can always turn it around. We can always find a way to make sure that we pull good from it, no matter how difficult a situation is. You don't have to have that in mind when you're going through a situation to minimize how hard it is. If it's hard, then it's hard. And you deserve to, you know, acknowledge that and to be able to move through that with grace. But it's also really good to actually identify what we learned from some of those regrets. So, for example, you could have turned down a great opportunity, for instance. It could have been a relationship, it could have been a job, it could have been a house, it could have been several different things. Now, you could feel like, I just made the wrong decision, should never have done that, there's no good coming from it. But even the fact that you have learned to take your time in making decisions, into trusting yourself more, into believing in yourself more, because it wouldn't be a regret if it was the right thing for you to do. If you know that you shouldn't have done that thing, then it wouldn't feel like a regret. It would feel like you escaped something that could have been dangerous or could have been bad for you. But if you feel like a yearning to have done something different, then even if the only thing you pull from it is the fact that, do you know what? Next time an opportunity comes around, I'm going to believe in myself more. Or I'm going to think for a little bit longer before I turn down a house or accept a house or get into a relationship. These are small lessons, but they're valuable. And I'm sure that some of you watching this have gone through different kinds of regrets and have different things that you kind of feel like every now and again when you're feeling like heavy on yourself, you just want to punch and pinch yourself for. But no, find the lesson, think about it and write about it today. It's very freeing. It helps you to forgive yourself, and also it helps you to remind yourself that you learn from your mistakes. And that should empower you, that you're not going around in circles, that you're not going backwards. You learn from your mistakes. So let this prompt empower you and not make you dwell on, you know, regrets. And yeah, happy journaling. Please feel free to share. I know this one's a bit personal, so, you know, I guess no one will. But I really do hope that you, that you enjoy this, that you enjoy the process. And if it does feel a bit difficult, that you can transition from the difficult feeling of remembering your regrets to actually thinking about the lesson you got from it. And if you didn't get a lesson from it, then thinking about right now what lesson you can get from it, how you can do that now. Okay? So there you go. Speak soon.